Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's 2 ways you can give me your answers. Number 1, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number 2, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news. What would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you? So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 119, and I am so glad that you're here today because I'm going to share with you 3 things that I see new business owners doing that they think are leading them to money, and they're actually not. They're not money producing and revenue producing activities. So you're going to learn those today so that you stop doing this and you will learn what you should be doing, okay? Okay, so if you are new, welcome. I am so glad that you found this podcast because I have no doubt it's going to help you to start and build a successful business doing what you love. If you're new, make sure you hit subscribe right now. Maybe you're in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever player, hit the plus button, follow, whatever it says, so it will notify you as I drop new episodes. I want to let you know that if you're just starting your business and you're like, how the heck do I start this? What are all the little steps to get going? I have a 16-step checklist you can download right now, start working on it right after you listen to this podcast episode, and start working on your business and making sure you're doing all the important things. So grab that checklist. The link is down below. And also, too, if you're in the idea stage and you're like, wait, I want to start a business. I want that checklist, but I really don't even know what type of business I want to start. I've got an Ikigai guide for you, and it's a tongue twister, Ikigai, and it means reason for being. It's a Japanese term. And this guide will help you match up your passions and skills to find the perfect business for you. Okay, so make sure you grab that guide. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast right now, whatever player. And I'm inviting you right now. I have a Facebook group. Did you know that? A private Facebook group just for new business owners. It's for women starting businesses, doing what we love. That's the name of it. And you can get in it and you can get help and support from other business owners. Finally, you won't feel alone as you're doing this. So come be a part of the group and join in on the conversations. We'd love to help you. And I'm in there periodically as well. And if you've been listening a while, I want to thank you all so much. Oh my goodness. I am just so honored to be a part of your journey. Your reviews are amazing. I'm just so in awe of the progress that you're making and so glad that I get to be a part of your journey and help you live this business dream of yours. If you have never left a review, would you be so kind right now? All you have to do is scroll down, hit the 5-star rating button. I don't know if in Spotify they have ratings, but if you're an Apple Podcast, it literally takes 1 second. Just hit the 5-star rating. And if you have 30 seconds to write a written review, it would make me so happy. You have no idea. I record these all by myself with no feedback. And when I get the reviews, I get so excited. And I can't help but think that Apple and Spotify bump me up a little bit. So it shows it to other new business owners like you. And you know what? Many of you are so happy you found this podcast. But if Apple doesn't show it to people and all the other ones don't show it to people, people won't be able to find me through the podcast app. So the reviews do help so much. And I appreciate that so very much. Okay, on to the episode. Hello, everyone. How are you? How is your business? I'm dying to know. If you're in the Facebook group, you better be posting on the weekly posts because I've got to keep updated on all your progress. I see what everyone's doing and it's just so exciting. And I just get so happy because all I ever want for you is to be able to realize, first of all, that you can do this. It doesn't have to be that daunting, that you can build a successful business. I want you to realize that you have God-given gifts that you can use in a business, right? Yes, you can make money doing what you love. And I want you to realize that anything is possible and you can make this happen. So I'm so happy you're here. Today, I want to talk about 3 activities that I see new business owners doing that they think are revenue producing activities. Have you ever thought about that? That you're like, oh, I got to do this, or I got to have this. And then that way I'm going to make money. And I'm going to have to tell you today that these 3 activities that you may be doing are not leading you to money. They're not. And you need to kind of pull back on these things. Okay. It's not to say that you don't want to do things, but they shouldn't be taking up the majority of your time. The majority of your time should be spent on the 4 things that I'm going to explain at the very end, which you may have heard me already talk about before. But you know what? Repetition is the key to mastery. So I have to keep sharing this with you so you all get this. Okay. So here are the 3 things that I see new business owners doing that aren't leading them to money. First thing, spending time building vanity metrics and then spending time marketing to people who are not actually those that would have potential to buy from you. Okay? This is what a lot of new business owners are doing wrong. They're getting everyone to follow them on Instagram or follow them on their YouTube or podcast channel or whatever it is, okay? In ways that are just like, oh, I'll follow you if you follow me. And that's great if you want vanity metrics. But if you are spending a lot of time doing that, and then a lot of time marketing to those people, meaning maybe you're sharing your offer, you're sharing tips for the problem that you solve, you're doing all this hard work, but it's falling on deaf ears because those people that are in your circle are not qualified people. Your whole goal right now is to build quality potential buyers over vanity metrics, okay? New business owners get caught up. Oh, I need to have 100 followers. I need to have 500 fans. I need to have 1,000, or I have 2,000, 3,000. And then they think that is their ticket. Like, yes, I'm going to make it. I'm going to have a successful business. And then they go and they do all this work, create their program, and they go out and they market it, or they create their product offering and they go out and they market it, and nobody buys. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm a failure. Oh my gosh, my product stinks. Oh my gosh, they don't like me. When really, they're speaking to people that would never buy because they weren't potential clients that were in their circle in the first place. You would rather have quality over quantity, and you have to have quality right now to get this business off the ground. You have to have people that are actually suffering the problem that you solve. Those are the people you want in your circle. So you think right now, how can I get those people into my circle versus building vanity metrics, wasting time doing that just because you want that confidence that, oh, I have followers or I have this. Let me tell y'all all something. As I've been building my business now, I have concentrated on showing up in ways that I feel are authentic and actually connect with people that are suffering the problem that I solve, okay? My choice, as you all know, has been through podcasting, Facebook group, and then I'm building my email list because I give free downloads like the 16-step checklist, the Ikigai guide for people that are suffering the problem that I solve. That's who I want in my circle. I'm not worried about asking 1 million people to follow me back and forth on social because for me, that's not an authentic way to market to someone who just followed me because I followed them. My marketing would go on deaf ears. I concentrate on the ways for me that I know I can connect so that I know that the people that are in my circle are actually suffering the problem. Now it's my job to create products and services that they need to help solve their problem, right? But what if I spent all my time trying to get other people to follow me on social and doing all this other stuff. They weren't really qualified. They got their friends to do it. But maybe I was doing a giveaway. Everybody was signing up, but they didn't ever really want to start a business or ever want help starting their business. Then all of my efforts would be falling on deaf ears. Don't do this to yourself. Do not do this to yourself. Stop thinking that you have to have 1 million followers and you have to have all these, people that are fans. Your job is to find people that are quality leads. And if you've never heard that, that's a sales term for people that have the potential to buy, that are suffering the problem you solve. And then some people will buy and some people will not. That's not for you to worry about. For you, you don't want to waste all your energy marketing and creating things for people that aren't ever going to buy. Okay? I know that the people that come to this podcast are qualified. Nobody would listen to this podcast, most likely. Well, I take that back. I actually have people that tell me they listen and now they're like, maybe I should start a business. And it cracks me up because this is all about business and they're not starting a business, but they're in the minority. Most people are here are either thinking about starting a business or you're starting a business right now or you already have a business. Okay? You're a qualified lead. Some of you will buy, some of you won't. I have my free downloads. No one's going to get that free download unless they're starting a business or want to start a business, right? So some of you will buy, some of you will not. Nobody will get in my Facebook group unless they're a female wanting to start a business or starting a business, right? So you can bet that any of my marketing efforts and anything that I'm doing is falling onto the ears of people who suffer the problem that I solve. Okay, some will buy, some will not, but my efforts are not wasted. I don't want your efforts to be wasted by you doing all this stuff, getting your business started, then marketing to deaf ears. It has to be qualified people. That's what I want you to concentrate on right now. I know you want to look good by having huge social media following. You have to get over it right now. Yes, if you want to get your friends real quick to get people, just don't spend the majority of your time. I guess that's my point. If you want to build vanity metrics, go ahead. But please, please, please do not spend all your time doing that. Spend your time finding quality leads, right? So that when you market to them and when you're out and about and when you're talking about what you do, it's falling on the ears of people that might buy, right? That's what you want. Okay. So the second thing that you may be doing, that you may be thinking that is going to lead you to money when it's really not, from what I've found out from all my clients and talking to people, and that is adding bells and whistles to everything right now. This one is hard because I'm a bells and whistles kind of girl, and even I have gotten sucked into this, like adding this functionality and doing this and spending hours adding bells and whistles when my people didn't need it. And I would have been better served with my time had I been networking during those times or talking to people or reaching out or creating a free training or, talking to people locally, showing up somewhere locally. The time that I spent working on bells and whistles was not a good use of my time. I've learned that. I've learned to simplify everything. And so you have to think about right now what's taking up most of your time. So if maybe you've been working on your website or maybe you've been working on the graphics or something, I don't know. But think about it. What's been sucking up most of your time? And ask yourself, has that really led me to money? Has that really led me to new clients? Is this functionality on my website or working on this page or spending a ton of money on a new website actually going to lead you to new clients? Now, it may, if you have a certain type of business, it's online only, and you've got to have that website exactly perfect, then I can understand, but I still would challenge you and say, do you need all the bells and whistles? Because really, a lot of people just need it pretty basic, okay? So ask yourself that because your time could be better served doing activities that are actually bringing in qualified clients, okay? Ask yourself that. That's a litmus test. How much time am I spending on stuff right now? Like, what am I doing with the most of my time? And is it generating new customers or new clients? And if it's not, you probably don't need to be doing it. And especially if you're just adding bells and whistles, like don't do it. I was adding bells and whistles in the beginning with stuff I was doing, and I've scaled it all back. Like, I realized it was taking me time to set up this and set up that. I'm like, what am I doing? They don't even know that. They don't even know that they need that. Like, I can scale that back. When I was building out my membership hub, when I was building out Grow Getters for all my people getting in, I had all this fancy stuff set up in the beginning. And then people that have been in Grow Getters for a while probably maybe don't even remember. But in the beginning, it was slightly different. I had all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't even need that right now. Like, I don't need, I had like a quiz when they came in that was automated and it was supposed to link and only show them content that they needed. And I realized, oh my gosh, there's a much simpler way. They can self-assess. They don't need to take this quiz. Long story short, I was adding bells and whistles that they didn't need. It was actually complicating everything for me and for them. Okay? Don't spend time on bells and whistles right now. You can add that later. You can totally add that later. So I'm not telling you don't add all those cutesy things that you want to add. It's almost like if you're dressing someone in an outfit, you're like, oh my gosh, the shoes. Oh my gosh, the earrings. You need a headband. You need the cute outfit. When really you could have just had the cute outfit right now and you still would have been super cute. But later you can add all the bells and whistles to it. Okay? Okay. So the first thing that we said that is not leading you to money is you having low quality leads, but thinking that those vanity metrics are leading you to money, and they're not. Okay. The second thing is adding bells and whistles. It's sucking your time. You could be doing other things. It's not leading you to money right now. It will definitely make a better experience later and make it more fun and more cute and all that great stuff and better functionality. You don't have to have that right now. Quit wasting time on that. Okay. And at the end here, I'm going to share with you what you should be focused on. Okay. The third thing that is not leading you to money is you sitting here doing work, doing things, and hiding behind your computer or whatever you're doing and never getting the word out about your business, not showing up in an authentic way that is actually creating connection. And only you know what the best connection method is for you. What is a way that you feel comfortable showing up all the time, that you can make genuine connections to find qualified people? You hiding behind the computer and not getting the word out at your business, being scared to tell people, feeling weird about telling them, and you not showing up anywhere to maybe tell people who ask you, oh, what do you do? You're not even saying I'm starting a business on the side. You're not telling anyone that. You're not showing up anywhere. Nobody knows about your business, and you're not getting the word out. If you don't get the word out, no one knows and no one will buy. It's plain and simple. I'm seeing it all the time. Okay? Here are the 3 things to recap really quick. Number 1, you need to have qualified leads. Don't waste your time with vanity metrics, getting a whole bunch of people on your email list from giving away something majorly for free for people that aren't really interested, or building up social media thinking that those are qualified leads. Because if you know that they were not qualified leads, they will not turn into money. Now, the only caveat is if you know that those are extremely qualified leads. I know that everyone that gets to this podcast, for example, is a qualified lead, which sounds weird. And you're like, wait, how do you know that? I know that because everyone tells me that they find the podcast by typing into Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast player, starting a business or how to start a business. So no one is typing that if they are not starting a business. And then no one clicks on my link usually if they're not a female. I mean, I do have male listeners, but in general, it's mostly female because they click on it, they look at it, they see my picture, they see my colors, and they're like, this is for girls. This is for women, right? And so the men, maybe they'll listen, and I do have male listeners. So hello to all you guys out there. But in general, it's mostly female, and I know they're qualified, okay? I have real metrics from this podcast that I know are qualified leads, okay? They're not vanity metrics. They're real, okay? Now, my social media is a whole nother story. I don't stay on social media. I don't stay on Instagram. I'm not working on that because I intentionally decided that that's not my method right now. It's not to say that it won't be. I don't focus on it. So I don't really, look at my followers. I'm not worried about that because I know that that's not what's bringing me revenue. And you have to get to that comfortable place to know that some of the efforts that you're putting in are not actually leading you to revenue. Okay. So that was the number 1 thing. Don't be mistaken thinking vanity metrics are actually qualified people. Number 2, you wasting time on bells and whistles is not leading you to money. You can add bells and whistles later, okay? I'm with you. Let's make it cute and fun and amazing, but don't waste time right now unless you have extra time. If you have extra time, go for it, but don't waste your time right now when you need to be building this business and getting the word out. Which brings me to my third thing is that you can't be sitting behind a computer. You can't be doing all this stuff. You need to be getting the word out. You need to be telling people, you need to be posting on your personal social. You need to be emailing out to people, telling everyone you're about to launch this business and you're about to get this thing going. Or if you just launched, say, I just launched. If you were a chicken and didn't tell everybody the first time, now's the time. Say, I just launched a business. I'm so excited about it. Okay. Here's how you can connect with me. Here's how you can become part of it. If you already have an email list, a lot of you don't, but maybe they get on some kind of email when you announce a new product. You can figure out a way to get them into your circle. Okay. Maybe it's social media. Because maybe if they want to, they'll be on there. Just know that not every social media follower is a qualified lead. It's just someone who has agreed to follow you. Okay. So you're asking now, okay, Kimberly, I've heard all this. Now what? Well, here's how you are going to get your new business off the ground and start making money. And it's called MOVE, move. And I call it the MOVE method. I am now going to be talking about this all the time. Y'all heard about this in episode 110. I'm going to put the link below right now. I'm not going to reiterate the whole MOVE method because I've explained it in episode 110. So I want you to go back to 110 right now, whatever you're doing, and listen to that because that is how you are going to get this business off the ground and make money. And let me share with you what the MOVE method is. It's an acronym that I made up, MOVE. You're going to focus on your mission. M is for mission. Okay, so MOVE, MOVE, M is for mission. And you could actually extend that and say having your mind on your mission. Because if you have your mind on your mission, you're like grounded, you're focused, you're in it to serve people. That's M. O is your offer. Master your offer, whatever that is, a product or a service. Have this product or service down pat. You can start imperfectly, get an version 1 out, right? That's what you have to do. Everybody has to do that. Get version 1 out, master it, get your price going, have that nailed down. You got to have an offer. You got to have something to sell, okay? None of this is going to work if you don't have anything to sell. V is for visibility with invitations, okay? Visibility with invitations. It's choosing the single most important and maybe 2 ways that you are going to get the word out about your business. For me, it's podcast, Facebook group. Those are my 2 things, okay? And they work. Referrals come naturally, okay? Those are what I'm doing right now, okay? And then I'm going to be working on local networking and doing all kinds of stuff. I have plans for later. Right now, this is what I'm focused on. I'm in year 2 now, almost 3. No, wait, I'm in early stage 3 of my business. That's awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, so my point is we plan for each year and we do that in Grow Getters, by the way. And I have my plan for this year and next year and I'm planning everything out. Right now, I have my 2 focus methods. That's what I do, okay? You have to have that too. And you have to invite people into your circle. I am on the podcast or I meet people, whatever. I invite them in, tell them I have a Facebook group, tell them I have free downloads. That's what I do. That's my system. Okay. People step into my circle. I invite them into my circle. I don't just show up every day. I show up and I'm inviting them in. Okay. To get into my circle, opting in. Okay. Then E is evaluating results. Do I like what's happening? Do the customers like what's going on? Like, do I like my offer? Do the customers like my offer? Do the clients get results? Do the customers get results? Are they loving what I offer? And if all of that is a yes, then I keep doing it. But if something doesn't feel right when I evaluate the results, I tweak it and go back. Okay. Then I go back to my mission. I make sure my offer is set. My pricing is right for right now. All this can be adjusted. It will all be tweaked over time. Make sure I have my 2 visibility methods and I'm inviting people in and I'm actually moving forward with those visibility methods on a regular basis, and I'm inviting people in. Is my email list growing? Yes. Is everything growing? Yes. When you evaluate the results, it should be a yes, yes. If it's not, you go back. Well, maybe I need a different visibility, or am I not showing up in a way? And it can become, drawn out, because sometimes this is a process of you figuring yourself out. You're figuring yourself out and you're figuring out how to be a business owner and think like a business owner. So you're going to move. That is how. You can remember that in your head. I teach this now all the time. The MOVE method: mission, offer, visibility with invitations, and evaluate the results. That's it. That's how you get this business off the ground and making money. It's not by vanity metrics. It's not by you adding bells and whistles. And it's not by you sitting behind your computer thinking if you build it, they will come. It's none of those. None of those are leading you to money. MOVE is leading you to money. Okay? I'm so excited for you. Come join us in the Facebook group if you are not in it already. And I have to remind you that if you are struggling right now with your business and you could use another set of eyeballs on your business and you would love to sit down and have help so that you could knock this out as quickly as possible and move forward with your business, then inquire with me about one-on-one coaching. I have a link. You can just send me an email. Tell me what's going on. Tell me your struggles. You're not committing to anything. Just let me know what's going on. And then maybe we can set up a quick video chat so I can, hear more about your vision and what you want to do with this business and what you're struggling with. Okay. We can set up a quick vision call. So just inquire below, totally casual, non-committal. I'm not a beast. I'm not going to try to bombard you with a sales pitch. Okay. Either you need help or you don't. Okay, that's the deal. And then if you want ongoing help and motivation and encouragement and to know that you have a coach in your back pocket, you have other women that are working on their business with you, then come join Grow Getters today. If you don't know what Grow Getters is, it's my group for new business owners to help you get your business growing and off the ground. Okay, so if you would love to have support by you all the time, every day, then come join Grow Getters. I have such a great group. They're amazing ladies and they're all just working to make money doing what they love. Okay, that's it. Y'all have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com. And yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.